PISA 2015 Science, administered by the OECD, added simulation-based tasks to assess scientific practices in real-world settings. These simulated tasks allow students to interact with a computer, evaluate and design experiments, analyze and interpret data and evidence, and explain phenomena scientifically. Researchers used either selected response items, called SRI, or constructed response items, called CRI, to examine students' scientific knowledge and reasoning abilities. High correlations were found between SRI and CRI in construct equivalence, but not in performance. Students demonstrated inconsistent performance in simulated labs when scientific practices were measured by SRI and CRI. The present study aimed to answer 3 questions involving the inconsistent performance on scientific practices measured by SRI and CRI. Participants were 7,639 15-year-old students at grade 9 from 58 countries or regions who took the computer-based PISA 2015 science tests. This study used 6 publicly released simulated science inquiry items to answer the research questions. Table 1 lists the detailed information about question items. K-mean cluster analyses were performed on SRI and CRI scores to classify students into 4 quadrants: low SRI and low CRI, high SRI and high CRI, low SRI but high CRI, and high SRI but low CRI. The latter 2 groups represented inconsistent performers. Table 2 showed that more than 1/3 of students demonstrated inconsistent performance on scientific practices. Figure 2 further demonstrated that inconsistent performance existed in each country, but the percentage depended on the average science performance of the country. Table 3 shows Pearson correlations between the rank of science performance and the percentage of students in each group. A significant negative correlation was found between the rank and the percentage of inconstant performers. These findings have 2 implications. First, it is more effective to provide personalized learning support that concentrates on insufficient knowledge and ability of inconsistent performers. Second, it could avoid bias of assessment to consider the inclusion of comprehensive assessment formats.